Welcome back to the next episode of FTB Stoneblock 4. Today, there's a couple of things I want to get done. I think we can finish off this and at least some of it, if not all of this chapter. We'll see. It might be a little ambitious. We need to switch our refined storage system to an applied energistic system, and I want to upgrade our power supply somehow. Power supply is going to be real quick and dirty. What we're going to do is get ourselves the nitro. We're going to get ourselves block of ignitium, I guess, which is going to come from this ignitium prediction. And we do have the guy for this because we had two bosses in there. We have the Ignis data model. And to use this, we're going to need a simulation chamber. Simulation chamber takes a little bit here. Obsidian plates, elite control, and some as I said, obsidian plates, obsidian plates, mending neurogel, and elite control circuit. So we have one elite control circuit, which is what we need. We're gonna need some obsidian plates. Well, we have two of them. Which are other ways we can craft this? There are no other ways to craft this other than the molten obsidian. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some obsidian. And what we'll do is just go ahead, toss a lot into here. Oh, I forgot that was off. I was so curious to why is it not running. We'll go ahead and toss as much as we can in there. And then we need to also just get ourselves some more lava. We don't have any buckets in our system, which is, I mean, it's whatever. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and just start collecting some of this. Like so. We'll get our obsidian plates eventually. And then we'll make the thing because the rest of it's pretty. We have the rest of it. Wait, the mending neurogel. So to get the mending neurogel, we're going to need this, which takes fluorescent jelly and calcitrides. I feel like we have enough to make this, but do we just need one? We just need one. So I'm not even gonna worry about how to craft this yet. We'll worry about it later when I actually start to care or something. I'm not sure. Or when I'm forced to care. We need two more of the obsidian. It's still not done smelting. That's takes quite a bit. We should be good to craft up one of these bad boys. I have a feeling that the other end of this is also going to be pretty annoying. We also need to be careful with our power supply the way it is. For right now, I'm just going to shove it right here. We have all this other area to work with, which we'll be working with here soon. We'll put the data model in for now. And then at hostile, we need prediction matrices. Matrix I. And then I think it's under generating resources, possibly. We're going to need a loot fabricator, which takes the replicator enclosure, which takes purple stained glass, which is an interesting thing, but we should have replica ingots, right? We have raw replica, so not really worried about that. Is there a need to make this into a wait, this. Is there a chicken for this? There's no chickens for this, which is fine. I don't really give a shit. I was just curious. So there's that. Now we just need a purple dye. Which we should have lots of red, lots of blue. We can make some glass because of our chickens. They're coming in clutch. Go ahead and make ourselves a stack of that. Let's go ahead and make ourselves 8 replica enclosures, I guess, is fine. Don't need any of this anymore. The obsidian plates and the elite control. Can we make an elite control? No. Which is fine. Which just takes, got it. All right, I think it was another 4. And there we go. Here's our loot fabricator. We can go ahead and go home with this. Hook that right there. We should have ourselves some Ignis predictions, make ourselves some Ignis ingots, and now we have lots of those. In order to upgrade our thermo generators, we're just going to need a lot of nitro crystals, which is pretty easy for us at this point. Block of blazing crystal and the nether stars, which we have. I'd also like to upgrade our energizing rods while we're here as well. Let's go ahead and just grab some of this stuff. Is there a way to? Okay, that was weird. Okay, that should be easy for us. Kind of spirited. How much spirited do we have? The answer is none. So we'll have to energize some more. So upgrading from spirited to nitro does seem to double it. So we're generating 400 with the initium, and then we go up to 800 per. So we're pretty much double our power, but still not going to be good enough for where we want to go. So for now, it will hopefully get us to the next stage of power, but we'll see. That checks two things off. We've got our simulation stuff set up, and we also have, we don't need this anymore, like at all, ever again, I'm pretty sure. Might as well make what we have with it, but this stuff isn't really used for anything, to my knowledge, that we'll need like in mass. Like we have more than enough ingots now to handle spirit blocks. I'm not sure how much we'll need of the spirit blocks, to be honest, but anything else, just it, I'm sure we have more than enough. So we'll probably be fine forever with those. Which means next on our list here, before we start getting into this stuff, is I want to switch over to applied energistics. So at applied energistics, I said I would do this between episodes, but I don't know if there's gonna be any like weird steps. Controller, that's what we want. This just takes the fluix glass cable, energy processor, and quartz. So let's see. Quartz glass. We don't have any. You just make a stack. That should be pretty straightforward. Takes 4 per, and then energy processors. How many of these do we have? We only have 4. We definitely want a lot more than that. So we need printed silicon. We're gonna want more of these, which takes this, which takes this. So it's the, we're back to the flux crystal bullshit. Is there? There doesn't seem to be any can't really trade for it right now. We don't have a trade for it or a villager that I feel like getting. I guess we're just gonna be throwing stuff in. Actually, we're not gonna be throwing stuff in for right now. I want to get charged Certus quartz, but we need to automate this at some point anyway. At super, do we have? Oh my god, we have 2 extras on hand, on deck. We'll throw that there. Throw this here. Edit name energizer or something. I don't know. All right, easy little program here. We should be able to just toss. Oh, we need another lever. I just be putting redstone signal requirements on it, so it's not trying to like constantly do stuff. Should do that, and that should be able to turn it on. Should get energized and then taken out. Sweet. So now we have automated this at least. I was just over here at the chickens because we need to upgrade our storage for nether stars. Well, not need to. That's a strong word. But we have a fully upgraded iron chicken, so I kind of want to see a whole stack at a time. Iron. Oh my god, that's insane. Well, iron's good forever, probably. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves another upgrade here and slap that there. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at all this flux crystal. I mean, honestly, we might as well just do a whole stack. It's redstone, right? We might as well do a whole stack. I'm sure we will use it much sooner rather than later. All right, for now, I'll just settle for 10. It's not nearly as many as I would like, but it'll have to do for now just because it's way too slow for me to just single-handedly just do this one by one. I don't really care that much, so we'll just go ahead and get flux stuff as well. We should be able to get this stuff. Yeah, I'm about to say there's no way we don't have Oops crystals. We should be able to go ahead and make a couple stacks of that. Then make some of these. Then make ourselves just one that we need. And then what is it? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, right? Yep. Now let's go make ourselves our ME controller. Actually, let's get our processor and let's just see how many we can make. So it's 9. 9 times 4. Or it's 10 times 4, I guess. So that's just 40. We need another 6. And then let's just grab our cable. I'm not even gonna count. Let's just do it this way. And I can make this, right? Yes. Okay. There's no upgrade needed that we will require us to do it. All right. Now we have 10 controllers, which should be enough to get us started. And by enough, I mean much more than enough. It might be a little overkill for the beginning, but better that than not, I guess. I don't know how to say that. Gonna do a little interesting design, and we'll hang it in the middle of our base like this. Let's grab ourselves a flux point. Just for now, we should make quite a bit more of these, I would hope. Make a couple of those. Put the rest of this away in our RS system for now. Put this here, that there, and then there should be a powered network. Cool. So for storage, that should have, in theory, got us something. We need a completed processor, logic processor. Okay, so these are all easy. We just grab like a stack of each at this point. Make ourselves a stack of this. Grab ourselves as much silicon as possible. Why does this go so much slower? I just went to the spawn shop to just get ourselves some more chicken trainers because we need these chickens to level up. Well, some of them. Like our copper chicken for sure needs to get leveled up. Who else? Nickel, not really worried about it. Coal? Probably. I don't think coal, it would hurt to level up coal. And who else were you? Skystone? No. And really, I just want to start leveling these guys before we start needing unholy amounts of all this stuff. So like copper, we'll need a lot of. Silicon, we're gonna need a lot of coal, gold, diamonds. Gonna need a lot of that stuff going forward. And now we're gonna start making ourselves stacks of circuits at a time. I think this will be quite enough for what we need. What? Did it just eat gold for some reason? It's gonna piss me off if we don't get a full stack. Go ahead, put that back in there. I will say this circuit fabricator is probably my favorite machine, like ever. In the pack so far. Calculation. So we just need Certus quartz. Oh, that's another chicken we need to level up actually, is a Certus quartz chicken. So for right now, we're gonna get a couple of ME drives. This will probably be good enough for now. Go and grab our Flukes cables. I also this pack, I heard that the channels are like 4x, so not as big of a problem as they might be otherwise. So instead of like 32 channels, it's 4 times 32, which is 8, 12, 128. We'll do that. We'll do this. And when we get ourselves a crafting terminal, we'll need one of these for sure. For sure there, bud. Oh, Fluke's dust, of course. Wow, we're actually almost out of the Flukes. What the hell did we... Oh, we made all those crystals with it. I was so confused. We'll do that. Then we should be able to make 2 of these. 2 of these, just for now at least. Some panels, a terminal, and a crafting terminal. Cool. So it looks like there's some cool integrations. We have supply energistics and A2 replication bridge. The replication bridge I do want to get into because I want to get into matter replication. And since we've pretty much accomplished the other stuff I wanted to accomplish already, much more quicker than I thought we would, with that, our power, and we technically have an A2 system, I want to get some other things up and running first before we start really moving everything over. And before we do that, I want to get into the matter replication because that's going to be pretty big for us. Generating resources, creating matter. Yeah, all of this. The matter tank, the disintegrator should be pretty easy for us to make. Matter tank, and we need 2 matter tanks. Probably make a couple of them. If I had to guess, I've never used this mod, so I don't know. So we have this. We've already made red matter for our tool. So a replicator. We'll take this, a basic. Let's get rid of all this other stuff, shall we? Takes nothing really. So a basic machine core. Do we have one of those laying around? We do. Not this. Where's our stuff? The replicator. 6 replica ingots. Replica ingots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure if we'll need like multiple of these or what. And then that mechanism, we'll need 2 of these, am I right? Yeah, and then wait, what's the power requirements for this? Nothing. Looks like it might take a while, but other than that, it's not really anything. And here is our replicator. I have no idea how to use it. Okay, here's a core working machine of your matter network. Once an item is set in a memory chip and requested from a replication terminal. Replication terminal? What is that? The job is sent to available replicators. Replicators? Okay. You're crafted using stored matter. So we're going to want, sounds like a lot of these actually. Shouldn't be too hard. We can make 16. No, we'll just do 10. We'll see how far 10 gets us. The infused alloy. We'll need 20 of these. This is probably overkill. I don't know. The replica ingots will need a little bit more than that. Here are 10 replicators. Now we have a total of 11. Anything else needs to be crafted here while we're here? No. Chip storage, memory chip, identification chamber. Interesting. Okay. I have a feeling this mod will be pretty integral to what we're going to be doing for the rest of the pack. So, do we have any end stones being crafted? We don't. So I want to get endstone chicken as well. That's so we get a lot of replication stuff going. What do we need for this dude? A stone and a light gray. Are we serious? Okay. And there we go. We are now producing endstone, which is fantastic. I think I'm not sure if there are other ways to do it every 1.5 seconds. That's slow as fuck. So that's definitely the best way to do it. Hope you're ready, buddy, because you're going to be brushing quite a bit of endstone. And let's just make sure that this does come from endstone. No, it comes from other rock. I'm so stupid. Whatever. That just comes from throwing diorite into the fire. So, I mean, that's pretty much solved for us. So, that's easy, I guess. That should be enough for now. Alright, so the quest book says that there's these overflow tanks, which, automatically avoid excess matters of this type. You should make one for each matter type and lock them so that excess matter always has somewhere to go, and you won't overflow into other tanks in your network. So I have no idea what that means. So each matter type, what are the matter types? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know that. So at replication, is there a book that tells me what kind? Or a terminal? Okay. There's all this other stuff as well. This is where the matter network pipes come in. Do we have the network pipes? No, we don't have them. Should be able to make just a stack. Sure, whatever. Um, and from there we can make ourselves these things. Well, I don't know the types. There's at least, I would say there has to be at least 10. 10 sounds like a fair number. So we'll make 10 for now. That should be good, right? It doesn't tell me how much there is. So next we're gonna need chip storage, memory chip, and our identification chamber. Identification chamber, check. Memory chip, check. Chip storage, check. So I feel like we put the identification chamber or something here. Oh, they take power. Okay. Let's think of the best way to do this then. We do something like this. Chip storage. They only hold a certain amount of chips, actually. Does not hold a lot. We're gonna need, so each memory chip has 16 slots, I guess. Do these like stack on each other? No. I mean, might as well make a couple while we can. Put those in there for now. They don't really hold anything, but and it's a place to go, I guess. We'll grab a flux points here. Grab some universal cables. So play for 50 hours. I swear I have not. That's not an active 50 at all. There, and then this just okay. So we put our chips into here. I guess this extract stuff out of it. So if I want, so if we make like an intro crystal, for example, we should be able to store it in here, maybe. Then we are a disintegrator, which also needs power. But what I'm thinking, what am I thinking actually? Since this doesn't need power, it can go somewhere else. Maybe chip storage can go like here. And then we put our network pipe like, oh, that's cool. And maybe we'll have to stack it or something. Not totally sure on the case there. Then we should be able to run this over this way. That does not hook up. That just hooks up to power like that. What? All right, so we don't. Identification chamber can be by itself. I'm getting confused here. What needs what is the real question. I assume the replicators will need to be hooked. And they take power. Okay. So replicators can go like here, I guess. I'm assuming these will hook up to the system, right? Okay, so they have to go into one. If I, so these are powered. If I do this, okay, so these can also transfer power. Interesting. So we don't actually need these things here. They seem to be a universal type cable with power and everything else. So that's good to know. They also say to lock the also move this chip storage thing over here. Put these in here or something, and then we'll just move this to like do something like this for now. And we'll just like run this along the side, I guess. I really have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just winging it. So overflow tank can hook up to the bottom like so, I guess. Which makes me want to redo this. Place down our matter overflow tanks. I have, so we should lock it once it gets a certain kind of matter in it, is what I'm picking up here. And then disintegrators hook up to the system like so. And then basically whatever I put in here should just disintegrate stuff. So let's, for example, let's just throw a matter tank in there, I guess. That should disintegrate. Where's the cat? Oh my god, Mr. Levy, he levitates. So who got the stuff? Okay, so it seems to be you. We'll lock you at Ender, lock you at Quantum, Earth. So Quantum, Earth, and Ender. Was that really it? Quantum, Earth, Ender. There's other stuff. I wonder if you just don't get the full amount back, or you get like different varying amounts back. So it looks like overflow tanks and normal tanks are pretty much, they do the same exact thing, except this you have to manually come in and say void the excess, whereas these automatically do it. And the recipes are similar enough, except the overflow just takes an extra piece of obsidian. So there we go, I guess. And then sweet, I think we just got all the same shit, right? Nope, wait. Metallic. So unlocks tank, so that should be locked. Precious. So again, I'm not really sure what we're gonna be needing, but to start, I guess there's some kind of like replicator blueprint that we need. Replicators can be sped up using enclosures, which can be sneak right clicked into the replicator to install it. You can also configure speeds by installing replicator motors. To craft a motor, you'll need first craft the matter blueprint for the motor. Is that it? I don't. I'm so confused. What's going on? But it shouldn't be too bad. Gonna need, myself make a couple pistons. We'll for sure need pistons at some point. Contains information 100% replicator motor. So I just right click this, scan it in the identification chamber to get the information, or sneak right click. Okay, sneak right click. Or sneak right click on the chip storage to transfer directly. Chip storage. Okay, so if I put this in there, then this in there, this should store a replicator motor. And if I do this, and then we get ourselves a replication terminal, is this going to allow me to craft the motor? I wonder. I wonder. I see a replicator motor. But to do that, we're going to need what looks to be... Okay, so look at this on the side too. It sees everything we have. So I guess we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the types. So I guess we have quite a bit of all of them. And if I click on living, it shows me I can craft with it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Weird. But all right. I guess this kind of shows me what like will give me nether too, I'm assuming. Do we have any red matter left over? I want to see what red matter gets us. All right, we have red matter here. Go ahead. That should fill us up with other stuff. So we have nether here. Organic. I think that might be everything that we could possibly need. It's just these, so I might have gone a little overkill, but yeah, I don't care. So we'll just fill up with the rest of this stuff. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know. Let's just make sure everything else is still empty. Yeah. So now if I want this, we can craft 404, I assume, is what that means. So if we craft like 16 of these. Now that these are working, okay. And now we have this in our inventory down here. And now we have motors. Okay, cool. I'm getting the hang of this. This is pretty cool. We're gonna want a replicator enclosure. Replicator enclosure. Oh, it's this thing. We should have a couple of these. So if I just like, what do I do with this? Place it in? No. How does one build such things? It is sneak right click these. And let's go ahead and teach the system. I say teach the system. Show it how to make this. But put this in here. We should be able to do this. Okay. And then I'm also thinking, let's do it with memory chips as well. This is one we have. So you teach it, I show it how to do this. And then we do this. And then I wonder if the replication ingots actually. Replication ingot. And it will learn how to do that. Okay, so we should be able to actually make a whole bunch of replication ingots now for very little cost. We can make 8,000 replicating ingots. We're good. This mod is sick. I love it already. I'm just making more of these replicators. Because honestly, at this point, with the red matter and stuff we have access to, there's really zero reason to not do it. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more of these replicators. We can do it pretty easily. There we go. There's 6 and there's 8. And then we just place them down like so. Look how easy this is. And then we're going to need 8, 16, 18 more of these. There we go. Replicate all that. And now we have 18 more of these, and we just boom, boom, speed everything up. Speed is the name of the game. And then we just take our motors, and I think we just shift right click these. You take more than one. It doesn't look like it, so they all just take one. And we just put them all in like so. Boom, boom, boom. And now that should be fast. Another cool thing we can do is learn things like dark matter and red matter as well. We just might as well pull out 3 and just do the red. Red matter. Not really sure if we'll need it or not, but I mean, it can't hurt to have it. And it looks like a lot of things have these, like almost everything like has these values at the bottom there. So we should be able to like mass produce a lot of stuff, which is going to be super, super nice. So now we've pretty much accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish in this episode, except for finishing this tab, which is, I mean, we'll get to it soon. Next episode, probably, maybe, who knows? Not really too worried about it because, I mean, we're set up for greatness at this point. So one thing I do want to do before I end out is I want to get the intro crystals going. Because we're gonna need a lot of these, but these will be really easy to make because as you see, they have values, which means greatness. So get this. We first need to get this, which comes from the intro seed. The intro seed. We're gonna need ender dust. Okay. So we're gonna need ender pearls. We'll need to get the dust form of these bad boys. Yep. We'll do that while we wait on that. We can get... I think that's it. Yeah, that's all we need. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Intro seeds. And now the intro seeds, I think these go into... Fluix block. So, a Fluix block. Oh, these have values. These have value. I didn't even think about it. All right, let's just go ahead and start teaching. Oh my god, that's gonna be a game changer. Thank God. Okay. There we go. And now we can pull out 12,000. These are no longer an issue. This might be the way to do it, honestly. Just grab that many. Arbitrary amount, but now we can just do this, and we should be able to do this, and then do this, and then do that, and then is there an accelerator? Energy acceptor, growth accelerator. Growth accelerator, growth accelerator, growth accelerator. Boom, boom. I think you just put it next to it, right? I'm not really sure. Let's just go ahead and put it down here. And then let's grab a flux point. Oh, please tell me you take just... Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't you do this to me. I can't see if it... Oh, it connected. Cool. Cool. And now that you should grow, right? Please. Please. There we go. Now we have ourselves an entro cluster. We break that, we get an entro crystal, and we take the entro crystal and we learn it, and now we don't even need this anymore. I'll leave it there for now just because, but yeah, we are good. Now we can get entro pretty much as we want. 31,000 entro crystals we have access to now. Now we have all these entro crystals. We will need to get the dust form of some of them. We just pretty much, I think, or maybe all of them. We're actually very close to time crystals. I think. Maybe not. Void Flame, we don't have that. Ugh, that's a whole thing that I don't want to get into, so not right now. We'll take this, and then we need this because we need to complete this quest real quick before we end the episode, which just takes gold and lapis. We'll do that. Where's our gold? And then the intro dust. We'll just do the whole stack once it's done. All we should have to do is throw all this good stuff in there, and we should get what we need. The ingots. Yes. Now, these do not have the value, so you can't replicate these, but we have a stack now, which is good. We should be able to just craft this extended machine frame. And now we are primed and ready to explode in the A2. But that'll be for next episode, probably. We'll probably need to upgrade our power again, because even though we doubled production, it's not a good double. It's like a 400 times 7. So what's that? 2,800 difference. So, eh. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time.